I have a public service announcement for you for turnkey rental properties. Are you ready? If you're ready, hit the like button. Might as well get those going in the beginning of the video. Okay, this is important to know, really mostly for your sanity and the sanity of everyone around you involved in the turnkey buying process. But I see something happening all the time, and I was guilty of it when I started buying turnkeys. So this is like the pot calling the kettle black. But I see many people do exactly what I used to do that I really, really encourage you not to do when you're buying a turnkey rental property. Now, is the suspense built? What is that thing that I'm referring to? That thing is seeing everything that doesn't go perfectly correct as a red flag about the integrity of the turnkey provider company. Cool. Right on. Okay, wait, what am I talking about? Look, I absolutely get it. You are buying a turnkey rental property, which essentially means that you are trusting someone else to do the bulk of the work. So they're doing the rehab for you. They're selling you a property that should be great in a great neighborhood. They're going to manage it for you. And it's really in their hands as far as making this property work. I get it. That's a lot of release of control. And you are hoping to God this person performs and does that thing. And it's with your money, by the way. So can't imagine why, we'd be a little fearful about that. But here's the thing. Yes, over time, there have absolutely been some less than admirable turnkey companies out there, for sure. But I can tell you, it's not been the bulk of them. It's not been most of them. And what I see happening, and what I did myself, is let's say you go under contract for a turnkey rental property and the provider has inevitably given you a pro forma with here's the taxes, here's the insurance, here's the rental amount, yada, yada, yada. And you, because you're an amazing investor, are doing due diligence. And by the way, due diligence is so important. I'm linking to some videos below to really drive in on that, because if you're not up on due diligence, I don't care what strategy you're doing, you're going to be in for a bumpy ride. So check out those videos below. But you're doing due diligence and checking the numbers. Oh, and one of those videos includes doing due diligence on the numbers for a turnkey rental property. So if that would be helpful, check out the video below. So you're doing due diligence on the numbers and you see a number that doesn't in any way match the number on their pro forma. What's everyone's first reaction? Oh my God, they're trying to scam me. It's a scam. This is their line. This is not good. This is what happens, whether loudly or internally. This is what happens to us because we're nervous, because we're about to fork over a whole bunch of money to strangers to give us what we're hoping is going to be a good investment property. I get it. Now, here's my public service announcement, and here's what I really encourage you to do. Step one, don't freak out. Step two, communicate with the provider. I've been in a situation lately where I'm working with a turnkey provider and I'm helping people buy properties through them. And so far from what I've seen, this provider is absolutely Johnny on the spot to be like, wait, well, what was the quote that you got? Let's look into this. They want to dive in. They don't want you to be unhappy. They don't want the numbers to work out. And if something about their numbers were wrong, they want to know. So they're communicating about it. They've even adjusted some purchase prices. They're like, oh, yeah, this is accurate. We missed that, whatever. Here, let's work with you on that to make it work for everybody involved. They are so willing to have that conversation and to accommodate whatever the issue is. And some of the issues don't really even pan out, like no big deal, but some of them that do, they have made adjustments for it. So using them as an example, it doesn't mean that anyone's bad intentioned, again, minus the providers who have notoriously been pretty bad in the past, but this is not the majority of them. They want it to work and they're not perfect. They're humans. This is real estate. Not everything is always going to come out perfect on paper, but they want to have that conversation with you. And if you can't meet in the middle, like, okay, well, yeah, you're right. That's the accurate quote. We actually can't lower the price, blah, blah, blah. They'll cancel the deal for you, no problem, or move you into another property. It's not a big deal. But the biggest thing, I see two things happening. Number one, people immediately freak out thinking it's a red flag. They're getting scammed, can't trust the provider. That's one thing. You can do that on your own time. You can do it over dinner, no problem. But the thing that I see people doing that is a problem, I think, is they are internalizing those concerns and not reaching out to the provider to address the concerns. So if you get a quote for insurance or property taxes or whatever, and it's a complete mismatch to what's on the pro forma, ask them about it. Just ask them. Hello. It's baffling to me why people are just internalizing it and not saying a word about it. Well, if you don't say a word about it, nobody knows it's a problem and no one can offer a solution. Talk to the provider, communicate with them. Whew. Feel like I got a little heated up about that one. Public service announcement, folks. Don't freak out, or if you do, okay, no big deal, but communicate with the provider and realize that most providers' intentions are very positive and they're going to let you know if they can work with you on that thing or not. Okay, now that I've gotten my breath back a little bit, what are your experiences? If you've bought turnkeys, have you had it happen where something came up where you thought, ooh, is this a red flag? Should I be worried? Or have you been looking into turnkeys and you've been wondering how you can trust turnkey providers? Talk to me about your whole experience, anything related to this, and throw it in the comments. Smash that like button and let's talk turnkey providers. And remember, don't freak out.